That's better now. I can hear me now. Yeah, I think the game nowadays is almost so tactically played that, yeah, when you have a manager like Unai who knows tactical side inside out, it helps us massively. And obviously you can see over the last 2 years how tactically well we are drilled. I think that's why we pick up good results against tough opponents. Obviously it leads down to quality as well on the pitch, and sometimes you're in situations where you have to deal with it in your own quality. We're the players, we have to do it, but we get obviously given information off the pitch to go and perform. So yeah, obviously it comes down to individual quality, but then I think tactically, yeah, you have to be at this level, you have to be bang on it, yeah.
Hello, Matty. Italian press, Luca Pinkele, hi. It was a bit of a slow start for Italian club Bologna in this year. I don't know if you have seen them play once before, just the first time, if you know anything about the team. And of course, there are 2 Polish international in the squad, Łukasz Skorupski and Kacper Urbanski. If you text them, if you have anything to share when playing with Skorupski, if you have something like that, thank you.
Yeah, Skorupski actually commented on my Instagram post the other day, and he just said, "See you on Tuesday." So, he's a good friend of mine. He actually doesn't speak great English, you know, but we somehow have a good connection, he is funny. He's a good guy. So it'd be nice to see him. But I think, yeah, they're a really good side, you know. I think last season as well, they had an amazing season. Obviously, got into the Champions League. And then, obviously, yeah, they've had a draw and a loss, obviously, against Liverpool last. But we know that they're a quality team. Obviously, every team that we come up against in the Champions League are a good team. So we have to respect them. And, yeah, obviously looking forward to the challenge.
Hi, Matty. Have you had any chat amongst yourselves in the dressing room about how many points that you'll need to qualify, or is it just a question of just ploughing on and see where it takes you in the group stages?
Yeah, I don't want to give you a boring answer here, but yeah, probably. I think we haven't really had a conversation about that. Obviously, at the minute we're just playing every game as it comes. And yeah, we haven't had a conversation. We know where we want to be. We know that every game we play, we want to win. And that's how you rack up the points, by winning games and not getting beat.
Yeah. Can we ask you just a quick question about Tyrone? Because I know you're pals, big pals with him. It's been 14 months now. I mean, how's he been during that time, and how close is he to coming back? Because obviously he travelled on Saturday, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, Ty, he's worked so hard to get back fit. Obviously, it's taken a little bit longer with him. He's had to take his time, but yeah, every time I see him, to be honest, and have a convo with him, he's in the gym doing prehab. But he looks in really good shape. He looks really good. And yeah, looking forward to integrating him into the team, and obviously to have Booba back as well is massive for us. So yeah, it's nice to have him back.
I mean, he's a pretty impressive physical specimen anyway when he was injured. But is he coming back a new and improved Tyrone Mings? Yeah,
to be honest, yeah, he looks, obviously he's always been a beast, you know, so he looks really good, yeah. In training he looks sharp as well, so I'm sure he'll start racking up his minutes soon.
Hi. This is going to be the second home game for Aston Villa. The first one was a success, and also the atmosphere was great. What do you expect from Villa Park tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think it'll be loud, yeah. Obviously, the first one against Bayern was incredible. Obviously, I was sat on the bench, and it was so loud. Couldn't even hear myself talk. But yeah, I think every game this year in the Champions League at home is going to be an amazing atmosphere. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And obviously I haven't made my Champions League debut yet, so hopefully it comes tomorrow.
As you said, you haven't made your debut yet in this competition. What would that mean for you? I mean, this is the Champions League, right? What does the Champions League represent for a player?
Yeah, I think as a young boy, I think every boy's dream is to play at the highest level in football, and obviously I've worked incredibly hard to get here. Obviously had the spell in the World Cup, which was obviously a major tournament, which was amazing. And yeah, obviously Premier League debut 4 years ago now, and now it's obviously the Champions League. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. And yeah, I've dreamed of these moments as a young boy, so hopefully it comes.
Was this where you expected to be when you signed from Forest 4 years ago?
Probably not, to be honest. No, I think the club's obviously in the last 4 years since I've joined the club, it's gone gone through the roof. I think the quality in every single department's gone up. And the club's not got a ceiling, to be honest. I think it can go all the way to the top. Obviously now playing Champions League football, it's been a building block to get here. And the manager's been a big part of that to get us here. So, yeah, obviously, yeah, it's great to be here. And yeah, in 4 years, we've come a long way.
I saw Tyrone did an interview the other week where he said something, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was basically there's no time under this manager to not be improving. Do you feel that? It's almost like you've got a squad now, and once you're in the team, you've got to fight to keep your place.
Yeah, you have to perform. If you don't perform, and then you don't play. And yeah, obviously the manager's massive. That I think our squad now, we have such a great squad in all positions. We're strong all over, and you're going to need that with the games that we're going to play. Obviously, Premier League, and then Champions League, and then Cup games as well. It's going to be a lot of rotation, so everyone has to be ready to perform. And as I said, yeah, it makes you play better. I think having loads of competition.
Hi Matt, I was just going to say, what do you think is the most significant step that has been taken under this manager since he's come in? You say you've got no ceiling, but what do you think is the biggest factor behind that?
I think consistency. I think being consistent in the league has been a key factor to it. I think before it was obviously we've always had a good squad, but we weren't consistent with our results with the last few managers, and that's no disrespect to them. I just think now the consistency we have in each game, and the demands that we have, the demands that the manager puts on us to perform, to win. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, to be consistent, to get results.
And just in terms of the start of this season, Matt, did you think it could be this good? Obviously a step up in class in terms of the Champions League, but it's gone swimmingly so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think we've always had the quality to do it. I think it's obviously a belief thing as well. You have to believe. Obviously, mentioned the manager many times. He's given us that platform to go and perform. He does everything off the pitch in terms of like the meetings and the videos and the details he goes into to make sure we're ready. I think it all ties in, you know. It's a major part to why we're here. And yeah, we just want to keep performing, keep winning. The Premier League is obviously really important to get into the 4th position, to get Champions League football. And then when we're here, just enjoy it, you know, and just play with freedom, express ourselves, and try and get as many results as we can.
We'll make this the last one, Bryce.
Matt, you said that you grew up watching the Champions League. Have you got one favourite memory, one thing that stands out, your first memory of Champions League? Or
yeah, probably the Liverpool-Milan match, you know, that was unbelievable, yeah. When the comeback was crazy, yeah. So probably that moment, yeah. And obviously we had Gerrard as well. I asked him a lot of questions about it. Yeah.
Low down on that
Yeah, probably that, I'd say, yeah.
That make you believe that you can never be beaten in a game?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think, yeah, that game shows how you should never give up in a game like that. And obviously, yeah, all the quality goals were great to watch. Yeah.
And just on the flip side, is there you've come up the hard way through the game. Is there a game you can remember that you just want to put out your mind and forget for all the wrong reasons, a ground that you've hated playing at? Or?
I like playing at every ground, you know. I think, what game would I say? Probably started the last season, Newcastle away was tough, you know.
Yeah.
That was a tough game for us. And obviously to start the season like that wasn't great. I didn't play great at all. But I just tried to put it to bed, and then we bounced back in the next home game and won. So, yeah, I think in football, especially at this level, you're always going to have difficult moments. It's just how you bounce back and go the next one.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Okay, Tom. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Right, that's us ready. Go. Thank you. On you go, Dan.
Afternoon, Unai. Afternoon, Unai. What's been the key to the team being so consistent in the Premier League and Champions League so far this season?
Good afternoon. But it's a challenge every day and every match we are playing. Of course, we started after the break. It was very important winning in Fulham, because the last 2 matches we played before against Ipswich Town and Manchester United, we drew, and was not enough for us. We started very well, and in the other side, we started and we played before the break very well in Champions League, and we won 2 matches. But to get the balance is the most important. And after the victory we did in Fulham, tomorrow is really the new challenge to try to keep the same mentality, the same performance, the same preparation for the match. And it will be very difficult, but this is the challenge. Hopefully we can get it.
How important in the coming weeks will players like Boubacar Kamara, Tyrone Mings, even Emi Buendia coming back to fitness with playing in all these different competitions?
Yes, very important, very important. And when we can have more options in the starting 11 with the players, they are fit, they are getting good performances with the team, is the most important. And now is the moment. We have to be intelligent, and we have to be as well in good preparation, everyone, to try to help us on the field. Maybe not being consistent 90 minutes, because it's very difficult. And sometimes my experiences brought me to be clinical as well myself, thinking and asking the players and how they can get being consistent physically and mentally with the energy playing out of matches and in the level we are. Because, of course, our mentality is to keep the same level we had last year in Premier League, and the same level we can have this year in Champions League. We got it in Conference League, but of course Champions League is more demanding than Conference. And now I am very proud of our work we are doing, but each day, even today, the training session is very important how they are responding, the players.
Hello, Unai. Now that you've got all these players fit, as close to a fully fit squad as you've ever had, can you do any planning ahead as to which players will play in which games and when you will rotate, or is that impossible?
But it's not rotate. I am only thinking how I can get tomorrow the best performances. And of course, it's very important. Some players can have some risk to be injured, to get injured. And the experience is, the player usually, when you are playing important matches for the next days, when you are preparing it, the player they want to be ready and they want to hide. Esconder, hide. To hide in case they can have some small pain. And this is the most important. Be honest, the players and myself now, is very important how we are going to prepare the match for tomorrow, but at the beginning is how are the players after the match we played on Saturday. And then I'm going to decide, thinking the best team for tomorrow. But like I did against Fulham, like I will do against Bournemouth on Saturday, I will do tomorrow against Bologna. And we are facing those competitions, but the priority is Premier League. And secondly, of course, is Champions League, to try to play competing and to play getting our way, and of course be protagonists there. And we are starting in this way, but tomorrow is the new challenge, and then we are going to prepare as well, and we are going to focus the next objective after those first competition in FA Cup and Carabao Cup.
The games are very close together, 3 or 4 days now for the next few weeks. There's not a lot of time to do all that tactical planning. Does that change the way you have to work with the players just because there is so little time?
But it depends, because when we played against Young Boys on Tuesday as well, like tomorrow, we were playing on Saturday and we got everybody very good performances against Young Boys. But it depends, because then when we played against Ipswich Town, after playing in Europe, we didn't get it. And this is the reason. It depends, and I have to try to get the best information for the medical and as well from the players, and myself then tactically how we'll prepare the match tomorrow, competing, adapting of them, and maybe some players they are better for the characteristics they have, maybe, and how we are as well trying to manage the players we have, and trying to manage as well some players when they are coming back after long injury, how they can progressively, I can introduce them on the field.
Hello, Unai, Italian press. What do you know about Bologna as a team and of their coach, if you know something about him? And this summer you had a Bologna player in a swap with Douglas Luiz, Samuel Illing Jr. that you and the club decided to loan this year. Why you take this decision, and what do you know about him? Thank you.
Bologna, they are being successful the last years, of course. They are a team with a huge history in Italy. And last year they played fantastic with Thiago Motta, and they signed a new coach. He was successful with Fiorentina, playing the last two finals in Conference League. And now, when we are analyzing them, they are keeping the same, more or less, players, and they are keeping more or less the same successful way. Really, they are not now winning easy matches because they are drawing more, but always they are very tight in the result, and they deserve more points than they have now. And their style with the new coach is really playing very well, playing in combination, playing well, very well as well. Defensively, being aggressive. They played a fantastic match against Liverpool, fantastic match, and they deserve more against Liverpool. They faced them more or less being competing in the same way, and tomorrow I think for them, because they have only 1 point, is going to be a very difficult match for us, because they are going to push, they are going to try to get a point tomorrow, because of course it's the day 3, but they will need points as we will need, and we are really respecting them a lot, but of course we are going to try tomorrow to play in the same motivation we played the last match, in the same excited moment we played without supporting in Villa Park, pushing a lot, and respecting them. I think is in the first way we can do if we want to win. Injuries.
No, Eileen Jr.
Eileen Jr., sorry. Yes, of course he's a young player, and he needed do a plan where he could get more minutes playing in the high level, and for him it's very interesting thing to try to get there the minute they will need, and of course get confidence playing this level and facing the best teams in Italy and here in Europe, and we are of course following him, trying to use the experience he's having now with Bologna to do with us in the future.
Hi, in Italian is possible.
Yeah, fortunately.
Well, entiendo.
Thank you. In Italia si dice che lei è il re di coppe, e più volte noi abbiamo scritto, giornalisti, della possibilità di vederla arrivare come allenatore in Italia, non per ultimo anche quest'anno con il Milan. Le volevo chiedere cosa c'è di vero e se le piacerebbe un giorno allenare in Italia. Grazie.
Okay, no way now. No way. Of course, Italy is a very good competition for the clubs, and in the past I had sometimes maybe the opportunity to go there, but always I was very happy in the clubs I was, and I have a lot of respect for the Italian clubs, and I don't know the future, but no wait now.
Unai, I think this Thursday will mark 2 years since you were appointed. I just wondered, how do you reflect on those 2 years? And for you, was there a particular moment that's been particularly significant along this journey?
The most important is for us how we are increasing our demands, and getting with our demands, getting the objective we are more or less facing each year. 2 years ago, we avoided to be in risk to lose the Premier League, and even we had time to to get a European position in Conference League. Of course, was amazing our first 7 months we had here. And last year, continuing our process, we increased a lot our demands, getting Champions League. And the challenge is get better every day. And now how we can keep the same level we have now and keep it for long time. And this is the most difficult. The most difficult when you are achieving some objective in the high level, how you can be demanding and you can be successful working hard to keep it. And this is the idea I have now. And the club is in the same way. The players, they are with the same message I am giving you here. And the only one word I am using, repeating when I arrived here last year and now is I don't want to waste my time here. And this is the message as well for everybody. I don't want you can waste your time here. And we are professional, but we can get professionally our best objective individually and collectively. And my objective here individually is try to keep the same level we have now. Champions League and add something more like to be contender for a trophy.
Volevo chiederle se trova qualcosa del suo calcio nel calcio di Thiago Motta che lei ha avuto a Parigi.
Cosa? Nel fútbol de Thiago Motta, que lo has tenido como jugador en París.
Thiago Motta was a fantastic player, and I worked with him in Paris. He's very competitive, like he was when he was a player. Now as a coach, when he was a player, we were looking at him, and he was a potential coach in that moment, and now he is, and with a very successful way in a few years. And now he's in Juventus, of course, playing as well very well. He did very fantastic work in Bologna, before in Spezia. And he's a football man. And he's a competitor, and he will achieve a lot of things in his career being successful.
Unai, just to build on Ben's question, Matty Cash has just come in here and told us that the sky's the limit for this football club, under you here. We've all seen the rise. Do you think you're building something special here?
Sí, que Matty Cash ha dicho que el cielo es el límite aquí, que esto es muy convencido de crecer. ¿Crees tú que se puede conseguir algo todavía más especial de lo que se ha conseguido?
Of course, this is the message. And when they are sending the same message, I am sending inside with the players, and they are sending outside like me. This is the way. We love football, we love our work, and we want to be successful, and we want to achieve individually and collectively the objective we can face. And one of them, of course, is to play in Champions League. But now is not only to play like one team, we are there for some circumstances in this moment. No. I want to keep it for a long time. But it's difficult. And of course, maybe we can have sometimes some problems, or we can struggle sometimes in our way. But we have to be resilient in the moment like that, in case they are coming, and to be strong always in the same idea in our mind, to create a strong mentality, to try to break barriers always.
Unai, you said breaking barriers there. Probably not since Porto won the Champions League. It's generally been won by teams of great wealth. Do you think it's possible for clubs outside that to win it still?
Yes, but I have my own experiences in Europe, in conference, in Europe League, and in Champions League. And we started facing those things we played, showing our capacity to adapt quick for this competition, and adapting because we are getting individually collectively the performances this competition demands us. And we can believe, working like we are doing, we can keep it. And this is the challenge. And this is really my objective here now, is we are fourth in the Premier League. Okay, we are with 2 wins in Champions League. I want it. And I want to try to be always winning more matches than losing, and trying to work hard to keep it for a long time. And each match for me is very important, how we are deeply preparing and deeply being demanding to beat the opponent in the highest level we are facing. Last year was in conference, was the first experiences here with Aston Villa, with the players, with the club, with us. And this year with Champions League. And tomorrow, hopefully, we will play, showing again, we are, and we believe we can compete. I don't know how far we are going to get, but in this moment, we are here. Not in the bottom, not maybe the first, but okay, we are here in good position in the Premier League, in Champions League.